I'm going to demonstrate how to make brownies from scratch using a very simple recipe. First thing you should do is preheat the oven to 350 degrees, which I've already done. Then take a look at your first ingredient, oil, 3/4 to 1 cup, somewhere in between there. It's not an exact recipe, but you judge for yourself using this measuring cup. Okay, that looks good. Pour it into your mixer. Then we need 3/4 cup of cocoa. So into a separate mixing cup. It's kind of hard to judge exactly with this. Okay. Put that in as well. Next, we need 2 cups of sugar. You can use the same cup for this, since they're both dry ingredients, it won't make a difference. So, get out the sugar. This is a 2-cup measuring cup, so actually all you have to do is fill it full. Okay. Pour that in. Next, we need 4 eggs. My eggs here. Take the egg, crack it against the side. Make sure you don't get any of the eggshell in the bowl. Put it in the sink. Third one. Okay, and then that's the eggs. Wash my hands. I'm going to mix it up a little bit. It's better to mix it several times throughout the process instead of mixing it all at the end because it makes a better mixture. Next, I'm going to need some flour. So I have this in the sink already. I'm going to use the same dry ingredients cup that I used before. Calls for 1.5 cups. So I'm going to fill it to about there. A little bit more. Actually, I'm going to put my vanilla in first because the flour usually should be waited till last to put it in. It makes it more consistent that way. So, I'm going to need 2 teaspoons of vanilla. Teaspoon out. Easier if you do it over the edge of the bowl. Or if you spill a little bit, it's okay. 1, 2. And I also need a teaspoon of baking powder. Make sure you get baking powder, not baking soda, because yes, there is a difference. Should probably wipe it off a little bit since it's different. Yeah. And you make it flat against the side of the cup like this. And we also need a teaspoon of salt. Salt here. Again, I'm going to wipe it off. Okay. A little bit of salt. Alrighty. Now I can put in my flour. So, flour is right here. Careful when you put the flour in, it doesn't poof up all over the place, otherwise you will have a mess on your hands. To mix it for a little bit more. I'm going to scrape off as much as you can off of the liquid here. Okay. Shake it a little bit to get the last bit off. And throw that in the sink. I'm going to bring it over here. This is probably the hardest part, getting it into the pan. Okay, that should do it. I'm going to throw this in the sink. Wash my hands a little bit. sure you get it all through the pan, not just half of it. Next, we're going to put some chocolate chips on the top. Usually I just put them in my hands and sprinkle them randomly. And that is how you mix up brownies. So we're going to bake them in the oven for about 15-20 minutes. Okay. Now we're going to check to see if they're ready. The easiest way to do that is to take a toothpick, stick it into the middle of the brownies, pull it out, and if it comes out clean, like that just did, then you know that it's ready. So take your hot pads. And there they are.